I remember thinking I'm not even 2/3 of the way through yet. I've still got 40 left to go. My whole body is injured. Ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, neck. It all hurts. And I remember thinking, phew, another month of this. Don't know if I can do it. So for 10 years, I chased the 3 F's of endurance: a world's first, a world's furthest, and a world's fastest. And then after I'd done all 3, I was sort of a bit lost, if I'm honest, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know what I should chase. I suddenly realized there's a 4th category, which is the most of something. So you've got first, furthest, fastest, and then most of. And if you can do a record in all 4 of those, it's sort of the grand slam of endurance. And I knew straight away, I just wanted to go for the full distance iron world record. A full distance triathlon is made up of 3 disciplines. First up is a 3.8 kilometer swim. Straight after that, you get into a 180 kilometer bike ride. And you end off with a marathon, which is 42.2 kilometers. And the record is I had to do that every single day for 102 days consecutively, with no rest days, no recovery days, no averaging. And if I was 100 meters short on the run at the end of that day, record's over. A lot of people were sort of thinking, well, how dare you try and do 102 when you've never even done one? Of course you're not going to make it. And that was difficult to deal with in my head because I felt like I had the credentials. You know, I had the world's longest triathlon record at one point. I've swum the length of Britain. I've cycled around the world. I've run the length of Britain. So I've done a lot, which I thought would put me in the ballpark to go for the record. Yeah, a lot of people disagreed with me. I knew it was going to be hard, but if I'm honest, I didn't really quite appreciate how hard it landed up being. What I didn't appreciate, to do the 102, it was all day, every day, 15 hours a day for 102 days. That was it, no recovery. The training was pretty full on. I was doing 3 sessions of everything a week, so 3 swims, 3 bikes, 3 runs. And volume-wise, probably 20 hours a week. And lastly, what I should have done, and I didn't do, I should have just gone and done 5 full irons just to see how I would have succeeded or failed or whatever. I picked up a knee injury on day 2 that I never shifted for 105 days. So I had to run with pretty swollen knees to the point I had to cut the fabric around my knees in my leggings just so that my knees could expand. And you know, had I done the 5 in a row in training, I would have picked that up and saved myself a lot of pain. Iron 105 was actually my 2nd attempt at the world record. I failed on the previous attempt, although I never call it a failure because I just learned what not to do, really. I was getting some food out of my back pocket, hit a pothole, went straight into a bush, went over the handlebars, and the crash was sort of not that bad, but my left leg stayed clipped into the pedal, and I pulled the tendon between my shin and the top of my foot. But the run became 2 hours slower because I couldn't move. And unfortunately I timed out. I missed the cutoff. So it was a massive reality check, really. The fact that I was trying to go for this big, massive world record, and embarrassingly I only got to day 7, which gave all the naysayers, you know, what they were wanting, really. There are 10.5 pillars of endurance. So going into the 2nd attempt, I decided really to take those way more seriously. The 10.5 pillars are planning, experience, fitness, health, nutrition, hydration, muscle management, motivation, community, sleep, and the 0.5 one is luck. You need a little bit of luck sometimes, like don't hit a pothole. Day 65 was quite a low point for me, to be honest, because I remember thinking, I'm not even 2/3 of the way through yet. My whole body hurts. My ankles, my knees, my hips, my lower back, my shoulders, my neck. Getting out of bed each day was a real struggle. And I still had more than a month to go. I had to really focus on the fact that a bad day today does not mean a bad day tomorrow. The biggest hurdles for Iron 105, it was just the relentlessness of it. I was just swim, bike, run, eat, sleep, repeat. Between arriving home and being in bed, 14 minutes. That was it. That's all I had, 14 minutes. And I would just have to eat, drink my blended meal, bit of hot bath, bit of massage, straight to bed, and then get up at 4:29 the next day and do it all over again. Finishing Iron 105 was a mixture of emotions, if I'm honest. There was a part of me which really felt relieved that I just didn't have to get up at 4:29 and spend 15 hours in pain. But then another part of me felt like I was doing a job in the world that no one else on planet Earth had. Yes, the job was miserable and painful, but also it was giving me the most reward, and the community that came out to support Iron 105 was sort of like my work colleagues. Now, if you had that job, would you give it up? Sort of got Stockholm syndrome for it, I guess.
So tell us what's next then.
Oh, I've got something big planned next. I'm going to be